Greetings, beloved light family and global family. My heartful greetings to you, full of love for my help, for each and every blessed member of the light family. It's by divine grace, by His rahmat, by His karam, by His mercy, that our helps are full of His divine noor. And now the responsibility falls on each one of us. How to preserve this treasure of noor that has been bestowed upon us. And those memorable moments of bliss, that spiritual ecstasy, that divine love of oneness. So it's our responsibility now. Well, there is no moment where I don't remember you. It's a wonderful feeling that where we started our journey and how we are progressing. It is something that most of us have not even dreamt of. When you come to these sessions, early days, it was your endeavor to see that personal problems are solved. Today, by God's grace, by Allah's grace, by Lord's karam and mercy, we are all in such a state where even we can show light to others. Those who are trapped in darkness, we can and we will also show them, touch them with our noor from our khalb to khalb. Now, just think for a moment. If there is even a beautiful home, a big home, well constructed, big, huge mansion, if it goes without light for 40 days, what happens? Our ancients say, our elders say that, especially in Sufism, it is believed that after 40 days, the light is not there in the house, however big, however luxurious it may be. There, light doesn't reside, but darkness enters. Yes, the energies of darkness. They enter such home where there is no light for 40 days. And think for a moment, my dear, my blessed ones, what about the khalb, that heart, that inner heart, that hridaya, where Lord's remembrance, Lord's zikr, Lord's awareness, that sacred awareness, His dhyana, if it is absent for 40 days, what is the state of that khalb? What is the situation? 40 days we are talking about? No, for years, for lifetimes. There are many khalbs languishing in this prison of dunya, going completely dark and harder and dead. A dead heart in a living body, like. Since they don't have awareness that what should enter their khalb. Is it dunya, where devil enters, or is it divine? Through his zikr, through his fikr, through his dhyana, through his contemplation, through meditation, through downloading his virtues of compassion, mercy. Please think for a while. So our qalbs, our hearts, when once they taste, once they get enriched, once they get illuminated with the divine noor, the divine light flowed, that heart never goes to sleep. Then that heart never goes into darkness. Then that heart never allows to dwell these hostile energies of darkness. I'm sure you understand what is being conveyed through my help to your help. Even right now, Noor is passing. The divine light is communicating, very subtle way, but very potentially. So this is the truth. And this truth has been conveyed through masters. Lord has sent so many avatars, sages, prophets, incarnations. They incarnated here to give this message that it's not Dvaita, it's not dual, it's Advaita. Everything is one, is oneness. There is oneness. Since we are caught up in the form, the world of forms, the world of objects, the world of Maya, the world of seduction, delusion, the world of illusion, the world of darkness, the world of temptation, dunya, that intoxicates you. What happens if qalb gets intoxicated with the Lord's Noor, His divine light? It dances with ecstasy. It melts. It melts. There will be divine tears. And every tear that rolls from your eyes is a pearl, is a pearl. Moti is a pearl that washes away the darkness from the heart, the karmas. Sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, ancient karma, whatsoever. Where all these rivers go to ocean. They are very eager to merge with the ocean, right? So however long they travel, whatever the peaks and valleys, ups and downs, through deep forests, through jungles, through rocks, through mountains, this river flows. Ultimately, the destination is one, that is the ocean. So that ocean of mercy, the sacred, the divine parent, for one and all, there is only one parent, one father, and all are his children. So that ocean of mercy, that ocean of compassion, that ocean of Noor, that ocean of divinity, that ocean of Rahmat, that ocean of wisdom, that ocean of forgiving, that ocean of sabr, that ocean of shukr. So towards that ocean, these qalbs, towards that parent, towards that sacred, our qalbs all are meant to travel. This is the journey. This is the destiny. This is the destiny. This is the journey. And this journey has been happening. Quite few are alert. Few blessed ones are alert. They could connect to this truth. So they allowed their qalbs to get purified first. Like how river Ganga Mata purifies. This heart can be purified with the melting tears. When you seek Him, when you have trust in Him, absolute trust in Him, when you have intense desire to connect to your Lord, then these qalbs, like how river flows towards ocean, our qalbs will flow towards that one ocean of divine Noor, that divine treasure. Inshallah, this is what the journey of Light Family is meant to be. Every day, every moment, if we are in awareness. Some people think that meditation every moment is not possible. True, that is not meditation. That is awareness actually. If you are aware of your Lord, aware of His presence, if you are aware, be conscious in a very subtle way. A part of it, whatever may be the activity you are doing. Like example I can give, mother is carrying in her womb her 6-month-old child. Suppose think, child is 6 months old and then she is very, very careful. She is very much aware of the presence of the child inside. Fetus. Mother's care, mother's concentration, mother's concern, everything is towards that child, irrespective of whatever activity she is doing. Whether she is walking, sitting, eating, talking, traveling, whatever she is doing, her concern, her attention, her priority is the child within, which she has not yet seen even. See the divine secret here. See the irony here. She is yet to see the child. She is yet to talk to the child in the physical sense. But she is already connecting to the child. So a true seeker, a real seeker, the true seeker, that sacred is always in his heart, in his memory, in his attention. He never lets go, even for a moment. Sote, jagte, while sleeping, while awake, walking, sitting, eating, talking, doing your day-to-day work, irrespective of whatever you do, that awareness of the sacred, that Lord of divine light, divine Noor, a part of you is always focused. Nothing can distract. Nothing. Despite of their efforts, the energy, the opposition tries. The opposite energies, they try a lot. Desperately they try. Desperately they try. They cannot accept the defeat. So the forces, they have the forces, the army, the soldiers of the darkness, they try to attract you, deflect your attention, deviate you, put into your heart and mind a lot of worries. So mind has to be watched. Mind is to be watched. Masters say, Sufi masters, mind is the pravritti of the mind, the nature of the mind is of 70,000 monkeys, a battalion of 70,000 monkeys. 70,000, imagine. That is your pravritti of the mind. It is so fragile in terms of conviction, connection. It misbehaves a lot. It jumps from one thought to another, one wish to another wish, one desire to another desire, one worry to another worry, either past or future. Anywhere it goes, it travels, but doesn't allow you to focus. That's why masters have given you all certain basic mantras, certain words to remember. That helps our awareness. At night, as I already said, if you give pure intention, Lord will help you to appoint an angel. He appoints an angel for you, a special angel, exclusive, who will wake you up in early hours, the midnight, anytime. You wake up, wash your face, go and start sitting for dhyana. So this is very important, because if you realize, I'm sure, dear Light family, you are watching, you are listening to this keenly. The feedback is so beautiful. Feedback what you people have mentioned about the divine retreat, Bijoy, from Bijoy to latest one is Akhila, Vinod, and all blessed members. The way you shared it. Some of the sharings when I was reading, my heart was swelling, eyes were teary. I could connect to the whole divine energy and you, your Hal. And I was remembering especially where that journey began and where we are now and where we are heading to. This is the beauty, this is His grace. Without His grace, without His permission, without His acceptance, this cannot happen. Just like that. So, oh traveler, the night is very long and the night is very dark still, and the lamp what you carry has very little content of oil in it. Very little content of oil in it. And you are meant to travel a long distance in this dark forest of dunya. This dunya is like a dark forest. There are many energies, many powers, many shaktis, which you cannot discern, which your eyes, which are meant to show only the objects, cannot show you. They won't show you. What they show you is a very limited frequency, the reality. For that you must have a divine eye, which is in your Khalb. When Khalb awakens by His grace, by Master's dua and prayer, then the eye of the heart, that invisible eye, that Trinetra, will be able to show you the truth, that how deceptive this world is and how many kinds of Shaktis are operating here, especially in this Kali Yuga, this last age of dark age. In this Kali Yuga, the whole thing has gone to toss, as we say. Popular saying, the whole thing has gone to toss. Like all the virtues are gone to toss. Yielding place to. All values have gone to. Yielding place to what? All opposite reality. All contrast. You don't see light here, you see darkness here. You don't see love here. You see anger, vengeance, hatred here, jealousy, envy. And these emotions, what I mentioned just now, they are not just emotions. They are the forms, they are the entities actually. They crawl into human being, they enter into his aura, they reside there. And this human being will be supplying them the kind of nourishment what they require. Khalb requires different nourishment, whereas the mind requires a different nourishment. Mind of a nafs ammara person, a grasim. You watch your own eating habits daily. Certain foods are very tempting, very tasty. So tongue wants it. It has attraction for that. It has affinity for that kind of food. But once they go inside, very harmful. They're very toxic. They're very harmful kind of junk food, fast food, deep fried food, non-vegetarian food, red meat, that meat, this meat, nonsense meat. All this kind of food what you take with masalas, the deep fry, calling it 65, 95, 105 names, visiting star hotels, taking a long course food. So this food, very good for the taste buds. But this taste is linked to the mind, the nafs, part of the senses. It's property of dunya. So we are enjoying the luxury of dunya. But once it goes inside, the same food becomes toxic, poisonous, disease prone, cancer prone, indigestion, sleeplessness, disorders, many disorders within the internal organs, tachycardia, palpitation, whatnot. All kind of disorders. Food precipitates, because basically what it does, wrong food, it decreases the immunity. It reduces the immunity of the self, individual, the body, whatever the immunity you have, the sustaining power, the battling power against the diseases, that goes for the toss, that goes for the And then what happens? Wisdom. When the man rises his consciousness, when wisdom awakes within him, he stops taking this kind of wrong food. So he tells mind, behave now, the time has come. I must take care of my inner stomach. Same way, a seeker, a true seeker, a saint, a beloved of Allah, beloved of Lord, what he does, he never listens to his nafs, his lower self. The 70,000 monkeys chattering, the mind. It tempts, it shows so many billboards of dunya. Go for it. This get it, that you get it. Wants to keep you busy. And he knows how toxic they are for his heart. Like how the wrong food is toxic for your stomach. Can you relate, my dear, my blessed ones, my sweet ones, my light family? Can you relate to this fact? How you should use your prudence, your justification, your conscious justification, that you should not allow the wrong things to go within. So how the wrong food corrupts your body and produces various kind of disorders, diseases, poisonous, toxic substances within. Same way, this mind also wants this, that, everything. Because this dunya is like a shopping mall. All shopping mall. And it thrives, it wants to thrive on that. If you keep on feeding it, what it does? It spoils the hull. It corrodes the hull. It rustifies the hull, the heart. Hull means, you understand, heart. It rustifies, it gets rusted. It gets darkened, it gets harder. It gets disconnected from its Lord's nur, from his illumination, from the connection. Because the physical world, the physical reality, what masters, mystics have said, it's Maya. This is what it's all about. A person, a wise person, a person who has been bestowed wisdom by Lord's grace, he understands this truth that I must feed to my hull only the right things. So I must tell my mind not to venture into this wrong kind of emotions. No anger, no hatred. I must be watchful. I must be aware. No envy, no greed, no lust. I must put a stop to this, must a break. I must be aware of them so that they can minimize. Otherwise, they create havoc in my life. I must do something about it. This wisdom, this awakening, when it happens in the mind, the heart is protected. Heart is saved. Heart is saved. So, instead of envy, greed, anger, hatred, this kind of stuff, what your heart now starts feeding, the food what heart loves, you know that. His nur, His grace, His rahmat, His compassion, His empathy, all those qualities of Lord, your heart starts downloading them. Because they are registered, it's a mystery. It is a sacred spot within our hearts. There the treasure is already kept by Lord. Only thing is that when a child has arrived, this halb was so pure, and you must detect that truth. When nafs ammara develops within that child, the child gets disconnected, and all the kind of these entities, these demonic entities enter. So one by one, throw them out. Throw them out with your wisdom. When light enters, darkness doesn't exist. It must disappear, right? It must run away. So is the case. Wisdom is that nur, that light. Now, one more example I would like to give you, which I have given you many times in my satsangs, that movie theater, it's kept dark, right? No lights on, so that the image can be very clear. It's Maya. The screen is Maya. The image is going on. You are enjoying the movie. You are engrossed. Suddenly, lights come out, or the doors got opened. What happened? Though the movie is running, you become suddenly aware. The image has no more hold on you. So, for a common person whose knowledge, whose wisdom is not awakened, this Maya is very real. Very, very real. This is going on for him for long, that he comes and goes. Cycle is going on in his life. He becomes a recycled tissue paper like. Virtually, when wisdom enters, when the light enters into the heart, the qalb, conscious awakens. Then it tells that what I am seeing is Maya. This is a movie. It's not real. It just lasts for a very fleeting moments. I cannot be carried away with this. So I must be watchful which is harmful to hear, which are dangerous to me, for my qalb, for my heart. If this awareness awakens, then senses are under control. Otherwise, these senses are like 5 very wild horses. You tied your chariot to these 5 wild horses and they are dragging you. Initially, the journey seems exciting, pleasurable, intoxicating, out of the world experience, like you call it. Ultimately, where these 5 horses will take you, to the mountain, you think that you are climbing ladder, success after success, step by step. It's a steep mountain actually. They are taking you, the galloping speed. And you say that sky is the limit, nothing can stop me now. You forgot God already. Yes, most of the successful people, barring very, very few, most of the so-called achievers, they have, God's story is not in them, with them. Their story becomes everything. It is their story. They think that they are the karta, karma, kriya. They take that creator's role in their hands, thinking that they are making their own destiny. These fellows will realize one day suddenly when the horse chariot plunges into the valley of darkness, where all kind of demons are waiting down, wild beasts and animals, cobras, waiting for this fellow to get plunged into the deep dark pit. And then he has it. So the last leg of his journey, if you analyze, if you understand these people, the so-called high flyers in the world, in this so-called Superman, including the Superman, the Hollywood Superman story, go and read it, the history, the so-called Superman of this world, great achievers. They ended into that same pit of valley. Their 5 horses, wild ones, very deceptive ones, very aggressive ones. They cheated them. And when you are crying in that state, desperately that time, dunya laughs at you. Literally it happens. Dunya is an entity. It laughs at you. You thought that you are very clever, intelligent, is it? See what I did for you. And there will be one more laughter. Will be coming from other side. If you look, who is that? It's the same demon. He also will be laughing along with dunya. This realm is such. You want to understand this, you want to comprehend this, you must have a different kind of awareness. For a nafs amara person, this becomes a bit out of the mind context. So please be aware. So, O traveler, the lamp what you carry in this jungle of darkness, there is very little oil in it. But your journey is long, the night is long, and the night is very, very dark. What you are doing about it? When will you seek light? When will you seek love in our life? The true love. When will you download compassion in your heart? When you start connecting to this place, this treasure, all these years you have been feeding these 5 elements, Panchabhutas. All these years you have been busy feeding all this kind of crow stuff, crow food. But you should understand, you are a cuckoo, you are a parrot, you are a very, this is your khalq, this is the truth. So feed here what it requires. Ask first your heart, what my khalq, what you require. What is your food, tell me. My Lord's khurb is my nearness, your heart says. My Lord's khurb means nearness. My Lord's khurb is my true food. That is my rizq, that is my true food. That is my sustenance. What all you have been feeding to your mind, to your senses, to your lower self, to your nafs amara, that is not my food, your khalq says. Your heart cries and melts and tells you, speaks with you, talks to you. You must listen to your heart. You must listen to your khalq. It's a separate realm of mystical secret. This is the wisdom. When you had no awareness about this, the life what you are spending in this world is not going to help any longer. So much ups and downs in life. So many ups and downs will come. Dunya will give you 1 to 10% of happiness. Remaining 90%, it gives you load, burden, unhappiness, trauma, tragedy, disease, old age, and finally death. A death where the khalq has not been awakened. A state where your khalq has not yet been purified. Not yet been purified. That kind of state. Everything happens. All is over, as you call it. But remember Lord. Keep remembering Him, connecting to Him. What Master Ramana Maharshi says. What Master Ramana Maharshi says, that the truth is one and the truth is within. When you ask, who am I? When you keep asking, where that question goes, are you aware? Your khalq listens to that question, query. When you say, who am I? Who am I? Kaun hu main? Main kaun hu? Whence I came? And where to go? And what I am doing here? Is it purposeful, meaningful? Am I on track? Or am I caught up in a jungle? Who are my people around? Am I with the right company? Satsang? Right family, you are blessed really. You have wonderful people. When you hug, you know their heart, you felt their khalqs. When you hug them, my dear Bijoy, when each one of you, when you hugged, you have witnessed the purity of their hearts. Go and see in the jungle where you find that purity. There is so much of hypocrisy, deception, and that brings destruction. I would like to speak more and more to you, but somewhere I must stop for this video. So first and foremost, let us recap few things, very important things. First, as I said even in my previous video, that this dunya is a place of test, not a place to rest. It's like a crucible. Goldsmith puts the raw gold and then he heats it. It's a crucible to purify it. So the nafs has to be purified here. If you don't do it through your wisdom, Lord will give you calamities. Your destiny brings you calamities. As an atonement, as purified. And then again you complain to Lord, Lord, why this is happening in my life? So and so is good, so and so is better. But see in my life, what life you have given me, what state I am in. You complain against the same Creator who is trying to help you, your own divine parent who is trying to rescue you from this pit of hell. From your own karmas, He wants to dissolve. Even a fever that comes to you, any pain, any trauma, any disease, any injury, anything, is an atonement. It's a purifier. Because you never allowed your help to be purified on your own self. Through your own initiative, you have not done it. You have not gone to any master, a true guru. Very rare, very difficult, because those times there were masters were there, like Ramana Maharshi Master, Mahavatar Babaji, Yogananda Paramahamsa, Hazrat Master, Khaja Moinuddin Chishti of Ajmer, Hazrat Nizamuddin, Awliya of Delhi, Shirdi Baba, Sai Baba, Shirdi. These masters are not present. They are not there. Who, with their prayer, with their look, they can purify your qalb. They have been blessed with such powers. Today's masters, today's gurus, they have their own agenda, their own media, their own supporters, their own groups, their own story runs. Lord is in the background. Lord becomes a commodity. God's spirituality becomes a commodity here. It's a medium. It's not the destination. So a true guru must be able to talk about only Lord and nothing else. Must be able to discern, tell you about the wisdom, what's going on, what's wrong with us. Look around, what's happening around you. Are you not in danger? A true guru must say this. He must not cajole you with wrong words of saying sense of achievement, sense of glory, sense of well-being, everything is well, all is well, close your eyes. Lord must be the priority. His story must be the priority. So the ego should not come in there. A guru should not have that ego story and popularizing his own self. Anyway, it's a different story altogether. So remember, as one beautiful word I would like to say, what our sage Ramana Maharshi Master used to say, that don't take that doership on your own. You are not the doer is He. Lord, Allah, Ishwar, Parameshwar, Parabrahma, Paramatma, Vaheguru, Ekonkar, Hallelujah, Noor-e Ilahi, Parvardigar, Noor-e Ilahi, Rabbul Alameen, Parvardigar. He is the doer. He is the creator. He is the sustainer. He is the protector. And He is the caller. He calls you back. He calls His creation back one day. He is the custodian of your soul, your qalb. He has absolute power over you, over your soul, your nafs, your everything. He has absolute power. But your nafs is also polluted. That is the pity, unless it's purified. So what Ramana Maharshi Master is to say this, he gives a beautiful example. Don't claim that you are the doer. Don't take the responsibility of doing. Everything is happening because of you. It's like this, he gives an example like a person is in the train, moving train, but still carrying the load of what he has, the load of luggage on his head, thinking that he is carrying the load and he is going in the train, but not aware. Train is carrying the whole thing, including his own body. Train is carrying the luggage what he brought along, also train is carrying. He has not shifted that responsibility to the train in terms of his awareness level. He foolishly, stupidly thinks that he is the carrying one. He is the one carrying it. So most of the humans live in such a state, the pitiable life, that everything is happening because of their efforts, their actions, their will, their efforts, their capabilities, their talents. So, please think about this. Being a wise one, you should not be such a person thinking that I'm in a train and I'm carrying my own luggage. No, train will carry. Train will carry myself also. Like how the river is moving towards the ocean, our helps are moving towards our Lord with the devotion. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbul Alameen, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahil hamd. Love you. Lot of love from my heart. Blessings, deep hugs, regards, prayers for you. So much dua. Thinking of you, praying for you, remembering you. And see that all the treasures, whatever have been received, are preserved. Preserve the purity, preserve the nur of Lord, preserve the gifts. Lord will give more and more. Inshallah. Ameen. Shabba khair. Love you. Take care. Love you so much.